In your BBC post-match interview Saturday, there was a sense that you were frustrated with effort levels. Is that a concern?
I don't usually say that much about this group, but on Saturday, and I stand by it because I watched the game back, that I wanted more in certain areas, but I've got to let that go now. The one thing I'll say, Charlie, is I waited to see how they come in Monday and Tuesday, and I thought, oh, they'll feel a bit sorry for themselves, but they've given me a lift, the boys, with their reaction, because it can be a low-key training session on a Monday, but they come in and they were right at it, and I thought, all right, good, that's what I needed. I needed it for myself, and I needed it for my players, because we can't just keep going, okay, feel sorry for ourselves, made a mistake, we're just going to accept it. We have to at some point say, right, okay, it starts now. And I got that feeling, and I got that Tuesday as well, so a really big reaction to it, which was needed.
So how much more positive do you feel as your trip to Ayr approaches?
Oh, I always feel positive, but it makes it more difficult, there's no doubt, and it's a hard place to go anyway. But I'm looking forward to the game. We're in a good place after a couple of good days training. We'll get another one in today, and we have to give ourselves a foundation and stop making silly mistakes and taking chances at the other end. Although the other games, I was saying to people that we played really well, and Saturday that was a frustrating thing as well, because I don't think we played well Saturday. So we have to give ourselves a base, a foundation, and go there, play well, and give the energy that I know my team have got. I'm not going to say effort, because they do try. It's just like sometimes you don't realise that wee bit extra is required.
Some of the adjectives you've been using about the goals you've been conceding have been quite colourful.
Have you seen them?
I haven't seen the goals, but I've heard the adjectives.
You would understand why I'm using them, those adjectives, when you see the goals. And I've not been too harsh on the boys, because I know what it can be like. It can affect you even more if I just keep on. If I go crack up about it, it's pointless. I'm just trying to keep it calm, because I know at some point those mistakes will stop and we'll score goals, which we're always scoring goals. We always do that, but we need to cut out the mistakes.
Do you think it's just at this point of the season, we see these kind of different results coming up because everyone's trying to get their teams together and that sort of thing. We've seen it in the past, even with yourselves, when maybe not the start to the season you hope for, but things come together. Do you feel it's a bit of that at the moment?
Yeah, you can get that. There's no doubt that people look for their best form, their best personnel, and to try and get out there and get a result, to keep everybody, supporters, everybody around the club calm, and give them a big lift to say, okay, we're off and running. It can go the other way as well, where you're still searching, and I feel as I'm not searching for personnel, I'm searching for the right kind of performance, and that is stop giving away crazy goals, because it is. I'm mentioning the words crazy, and that's what Charlie was talking about, the adjectives, because it is, and it's not like, oh, look at the shape of Inverness, they're all over the place. It's not like that. It's more to do with, we're in possession, we get caught in the ball and we lose a goal, or we're in possession, we're dwelling on it, somebody robs us, it's in our net. Those will stop at some point. So I'm not too worried. At some point they've got to make sure they do it themselves and don't be the one that makes that mistake. And I'm hoping for it soon, because it'll give us that foundation we need to go on and win again, because we're a team that always scores goals.
And how important is it that you sort of get off to a good start, given how difficult it's going to be in the Championship? It always is, but it feels like it gets more and more difficult every year. That's
why I used it. I felt they've given me a lift, because I felt sick Saturday night just with the type of goals we gave away again, and they've given me a lift, because every manager sets out to go, right, first game of the season, let's get 3 points on the board. It's a setback, but we've got to bounce back, and that's why I'm big on. And it's a tough one away here, and they're in the back of defeat as well. So we're two teams that need to start our season and make sure we take some points, and it puts that wee bit of added pressure on you as a group, but I hope my boys handle it, because we're going to get it right soon, and somebody's going to... I really feel as if somebody will get... I wouldn't say hurt, but we're going to give somebody a right good going over at some point, and because we're showing plenty going forward, we've missed plenty of chances, and we're giving away daft goals. So if we can stop it at both, stop the goals and take our chances at the other end, I feel as if somebody's going to have a hard time at it soon.
Do you think, we see the Championship every season as, it's, nobody can really call it because all the teams are good in their own way, but I mean, what do you make of this season, how tough it's going to be for you?
Very similar, very similar. I hope I don't get the injuries I got last year, of course, but we've moved on for that. We've got a decent squad. We still hope to maybe add one. We'll wait and see, one or two. We'll look at it, but we're not panicking, because I do feel the boys here are good enough to go and win games. But it's just you start saying to yourself, well, I have to add, because we're not getting the results. We're a team that can do well, but the Championship, as you asked, Stephanie, is very similar. You'll get Dundee United, great result, but Arbroath are capable of going and getting a result against other teams the week later. That's the way the Championship is, and we're hoping for that. We've been beaten by Queen's Park. We didn't play well in the game, but we could have still taken something out of it. But we could go and beat anybody in this league on a day.
And you said you're looking to possibly bring in one or two. Are you close to bringing anyone else in at the moment?
No, we're being patient, because I want to give these boys the opportunity. And when we keep on losing goals like the way we're losing, then you think, well, maybe we do need to stiffen up. But we've got good defenders here, and defenders that have been here when we've done well last season, so they've got an opportunity to keep, and it's not just defenders, but they've got an opportunity to steady the ship, right, show me that what I know they can do. But right now we're making daft mistakes, and I don't want to keep on piling it on them, because the more they think about it, it's like the more they think about it, the more it's happening. So let's get on with it and free yourself up. That's what I feel. Well, I've said that to them Saturday at half time. Just free yourself up, go and try and enjoy it. But it's difficult when you're giving away daft goals.
Okay, thanks, Billy.
Cheers, Stephanie.
There any change on the team front, Billy? Obviously Danny had a knock, I think, like you said last week, and Sean Welsh was one that obviously you'll be wanting to get back.
Yeah, Welsh is just carrying a groin injury just now, and it's taking longer than what we thought, so he'll miss out again. Danny was nearly ready. We just didn't want to take that chance, especially after last season, the way things were happening. So we just made sure that, try and get through the game, get him in our week's training, and he's done well. So we've got a couple of wee other things, but nothing too much. So very much same as before. We're hoping to have Adam Brooks back in the squad as well. So there's a couple to come back in, which is great. And Big Harry Lodovica was nursing a shoulder injury. He did well to come on for as long as he did last week, and he's had another week. He's had a week's rest. He's not trained the first couple of days, but he'll train Thursday, Friday, which is great.
Yeah, good stuff.